Our next speaker. She has been with the company. She was one of our first 13 Emeralds that came to Hawaii for the very first time. She's been a member of our advisory board. She is an Emerald ambassador, and life gets in the way sometimes. Wouldn't you agree? Life gets in the way. She's had a pretty hard year. She lost her best friend and husband, and sorry, Tarl. Her house got destroyed, and yet through all of that, she still pushed forward with her business, and she got herself to Hawaii. So if you can please give a big round of applause for Joy Sheremy.
That's a lot to follow. Okay guys, I'm here to share with you why in 11 and a half years with Plexus, I've always stayed the course. My story started on March 15th, 2011, after being hounded relentlessly for over 2 months. I had dodged countless private messages, texts, and phone calls from an overzealous ambassador. Can anyone in here relate to that? When I was ready, I enrolled only to get the best price. Since then, I've encountered highs and lows, but always stayed the course with Plexus. And I've never regretted this, even for a moment. Here's why. In the beginning, I set out looking for just 2 people so that I could get my money back from that first offer. Because honestly, I wasn't expecting much more. I figured it would be like all of the other companies I had tried. So before ever taking my first sip of the pink drink, I created that first Facebook Plexus post. Within an hour, I had 7 people join me, and my team was born. My business exploded before I even knew what was happening. I believed in my heart of hearts that God had brought Plexus in my life. I became the 15th Emerald in the company. I earned the very first Emerald Extravaganza to Hawaii in 2012, and I soon realized that you have never truly traveled until you travel Plexus style. Am I right? There were only 18 Emeralds in total on that trip, and it was incredible. At the time, Emerald was the highest achieved rank, and shortly after, my husband Poochie also ranked Emerald, making us the 2nd Emerald couple in the company. It was like a whirlwind. I didn't even notice I should have been dreaming this big. And here's what I learned. The business was so easy until it wasn't. My old school ways of building by word of mouth was all I knew. And you and upcoming ambassadors seem to have better ways. Watching this made me doubt my skills and my leadership abilities. I struggled to learn these new skills only to feel completely inadequate in this high-tech world. I became weary and eventually put forth less effort, and my business began to decline. I chose to stay the course because there was no doubt in my mind that Plexus was where I was meant to be. The products, income, the relationships I developed, and the leadership team at corporate helped to make my belief unwavering. Let's fast forward to 2021. I had lost my Emerald rank for 4 years. During those years, my numbers eventually went down to only 10% of what they once were. I chose to stay because Plexus was still generating income for me and my family, and let's face it, Plexus is a company of integrity. Let's talk about life-changing events that I have experienced during this last year. In August of 2021, Hurricane Ida hit our little Louisiana town. Our home was devastated and unlivable. Today, we are still in the process of rebuilding. 2 weeks after the hurricane hit, Poochie, as everyone knew him, the love of my life, my soulmate, passed away on September 16th. My whole world crumbled in that moment. He was my perfect person. To make things worse, my very best friend, Sherilyn, passed away 2 months and 20 days after Poochie. So to say it was a monumental year is a huge understatement. It has been the most unfathomable and devastating year of my life. I chose to stay the course with Plexus throughout this difficult year, and in 2022, while on vacation with my family, I logged in to my virtual office, and much to my surprise, my business had a growth spurt. I was super close to re-ranking after 4 years. The team that I had nurtured for so long would again flourish at the time that I needed it the most. Guess what? I re-ranked the following month. Just in time to earn my 7th Emerald Extravaganza to Hawaii. In all of the excitement, I had not really paid attention to the dates for this year's trip. When I realized it was September 16th, first anniversary of my Poochie's passing, I was stunned. Certainly, this cannot be a coincidence. I have no doubt this was all orchestrated by God. This is exactly no doubt this is exactly where I'm supposed to be at this very moment. I believe God has used Plexus repeatedly to bless me and my family. I've believed in Plexus from day one. I knew early on, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Plexus was a company that did network marketing the way that it could and should be done. I am 100% a Plexus girl. The relationships I have built along this journey will last a lifetime. Those made with my team of ambassadors, sideline ambassadors, clients, leaders in my Plexus world, and the corporate team have carried me these 11 and a half years. Plexus truly is a legacy company. If you ever doubt that God's hand is on Plexus and that He uses Plexus in mighty ways, just take it from me. Just don't. And now, I have the privilege of introducing our next speaker, Chief Marketing Officer, Michael Norminio.